Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So I wanted to make an up-to-date Abyssal Demon AFK guide now that the drop tables and Spring Cleaner has been reworked a little bit because of the mining and smithing rework. So here is my updated Abyssal Demons AFK guide. So starting with the requirements, you will require 85 Slayer to kill Abyssal Demons and 71 Agility for the Slayer Tower shortcut. Also, to maximize GP per hour, you will require a Spring Cleaner 2000 or above for the high alch mode, so you won't need to pick up the rune salvage drops to alch. And then recommended is 85 plus combat stats, so you can deal pretty good damage as well as take some hits. And then you also want 92 prayer or above with curses, because curses is highly recommended, especially soul split, and 95 for turmoil helps as well. And soul split is pretty important for this method to make it AFK, because it will allow you to heal up while you're AFKing at the Abyssal Demons. And then 96 Herblore is also really helpful, so you can use overloads. And if you have an enhanced Excalibur, that would be pretty useful here as well, but that is not necessary. So now looking at the gear setup, I have two different gear setups here for you guys. So the one to the left is probably the best gear setup, and that is because it is using the Demon Horn necklace, which requires 90 prayer and 90 dungeoneering, and it is also using the attuned ectoplasmator, which will scatter the accursed ashes for you automatically, which, since you are wearing the Demon Horn necklace, it will give you 100 prayer per ash that you scatter, meaning that you will pretty much have unlimited prayer while killing Abyssal Demons. And then the setup to the right of that is the one that I use, and this one is probably a little worse because the fact that you need prayer pots with you. But other than that, it is pretty much the same. It's just that you will need prayer potions if you don't have the tuned ectoplasmator and the Demon Horn necklace. And then for the gear, I would suggest using Torva over Malevolent, just because the fact that your armor will probably degrade pretty fast here, so it's better to use Torva because it doesn't degrade to dust like Malevolent does. And then the other necessity is a two-hand weapon, so I'm going to use a scythe here. At least have a Dragon Rider Lance. That would be good enough. And then I have my aggression potions and one of each noted drop, just so I can pick up the drops pretty easily. So now looking at the action bar, you will want an action bar that looks kind of similar to mine. So you want a lot of your area damage abilities right at the front, and you will also want Revolution on, so you can automatically activate your threshold abilities. You won't need to manually do it. It will just do it for you. And if you don't already have an action bar like this, you can copy mine because it does work pretty well. So now actually starting with this method, once you get here, you will want to talk to Marcus about a Abyssal Demon contract. And this is simply because he gives you a little bit more coins when you cash it in. So you need to kill 200 to get 170,000 coins. And it's a nice little bonus while you're AFKing. You can just cash in 170k for this contract. And now just go up to the Abyssal Demon area. So enter the Slayer Tower and climb to the top floor. So once you get to the top floor, you'll see the Abyssal Demons. Cross the plank, and this shortcut is the shortcut that requires 71 agility, and then climb up the stairs. So once you get up here, there will probably already be someone here, so you might need to hop worlds until you find an open one. But first, I just want to show you my Spring Cleaner setup as well as some effective auras. So first, looking at the auras, you can use kind of any aura that increases your accuracy, but Vampirism aura I find is the best, just because it will allow you to heal a little bit more while you're doing this. And now looking at the Spring Cleaner, you're going to want your high alch mode on all of the rune items as well as a few of the adamant items. So Abyssal Demons drop the large rune salvage, and then they also drop lots of tiny rune salvage as well as medium adamant salvage. So these are the ones that I have ready to alch. Now you can alch the medium adamant salvage, but this one's really up to you just because you get about 6k for alching it. However, the springs to alch it costs about 4.5k, so you can either disassemble or alch that one. It doesn't really matter. You will make profit if you alch it, but you can just disassemble it as well, which is what I usually do. So now before we get into the combat, I just want to show you guys the action bar settings, how to change them. So as you can see, you want to go to the combat setting in the settings into combat mode, and you'll see you will want to check off the revolution option right there, and you want to boost the revolution size up for your whole action bar so it can use all of those abilities. And you will want these two bottom ones ticked off, all three ticked off, so it automatically triggers your threshold abilities and ultimate abilities. So now you're ready to get into killing the Abyssal Demons. So once you start, you're going to want to pot up, so drink your overloads and drink the aggression potions, and then start killing them. And remember to activate your soul split prayer here. It actually took me a while to activate it while I was recording this clip, so I kind of forgot about it a little bit. But you will, if you do forget, you will just notice that your health is going down, so this will probably jog your memory to actually use it. So now I'm going to show you how to get the area loot. This is really important. So go to the item drops in the settings, and as you can see, use area loot, and it will allow you to pick up loot from 3 tiles around. So this is really useful because you can click on any one of these drops down here. So I'll click on this one, and here you can see that there's a bunch of drops around it. And I'm seeing the drops from all the 3 tiles around that area, so it kind of makes looting a little bit better. You will want to close that looting window, otherwise your auto retaliate will be off, so make sure you always close that once you loot it, just so your guy can start attacking the Abyssal Demons once again. So that is pretty much it for this method. You will be able to AFK for a few minutes, about 5 minutes before you will need to drink your prayer potions again, and then the aggression potion lasts 6 minutes, so you will need to drink another dose of that every 6 minutes, so the Abyssal Demons will continue to attack you. And then remember to loot about every 5 minutes. Just loot all the area around you, and your spring cleaner should be alching all of the alchables and disassembling everything else just while you're killing it, making this a really AFK method. So I actually just finished 1 hour of this just to see how well the loot actually was, and as you can see I got 5 Abyssal Whips, which is pretty neat, and they 3.3 mil in alchables and coin drops, and in the top left you can see all of the drops that I obtained over 1 hour of killing Abyssal Demons, and I used approximately 150 springs and about 30,000 divine charges. So overall this cost is about 1.1 mil, and I'll just price check all of my other stuff. So I made about 940k off all of the notable drops, and that adds on to the 3.3 mil in the alchables and coin drops, so it's about 4.3 mil in kind of coins per hour, and minus the costs, so that's about 1 mil per hour. You're looking at about 3.2 mil per hour, anywhere around that, so probably anywhere from 3 to 4 mil is what you should expect. And I mean, I did cash in 4 of those Slayer contracts, which is 170k each, so roughly 700k. and that really does help add up this total. So you can go get those, you can go cash them in throughout your hour, which is what I did. I didn't cash them in every time I finished the contract, just whenever however, I didn't actually cash them in every time I finished the contract. I kind of just waited and whenever I felt like it. So I probably killed around 1,000 to 2,000 Abyssal Demons throughout this hour, meaning I could have probably cashed it in about 7 or 8 times, making it, over 1 mil just in that Slayer contract. So if you want to do that, it will boost your profit per hour probably just a little bit. And also looking at the XP that I got throughout this full hour, I actually managed to get about 400,000 strength and 400,000 attack XP. So I have it balanced over those two skills. So if you do have it over one, you'll get 800,000 of that skill. And Constitution, I got about 250,000, which is still really, really good, especially for 1 hour and for an AFK method. So if you are looking to train up your attack, strength, or defense, this is a really great method for that. And if you're going for a 120, this is probably the best method to get there the fastest. So anyway guys, that is it for this video. I really hope it was helpful, and if you liked that video, please hit that like button and subscribe for more RuneScape 3 content. Also, I have a Discord server in the description below if you'd like to join. But anyway guys, that is it for this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.